Good morning, Lynn Thayer in Fredericton, New Brunswick, here today to talk to you about the three selves. Which one are you projecting out into the world? Do you know what's holding you back from your success or your happiness in life? Ultimately, nothing will satisfy you if you don't already feel good about yourself on the inside. You see, we have three selves: our negative self, our pretend self, and our authentic self. When all your energy is going into maintaining the illusion of your projected self and hiding the image of your feared self from the world, the still, small voice of the authentic self, who you really are, can barely be heard. You see, at our core is our authentic self, the reality of who and what we are. But piled on top of that is the real us, is a layer of shame, fear, and guilt about the person we're afraid that we are, or better known as our negative self-image. So in order to make sure people still like us, approve of us, and give us love and money, we pile yet another layer on top of that feared self, the person we pretend to be. As you begin to excavate your real self out from under who you're afraid you are and who you pretend to be, you get to shift positions from passenger to driver. When your real self is driving the bus, you get to have more ease, more fun, and more of you and joy in your life. Let's talk a little further about your pretend self and who you pretend to be. Your pretend self is the image you project into the world. Often, this image is based on your fears and how afraid you are. What and who you do pretend to be in front of others. So take a moment right now and write down your pretend self traits so that you're aware of them. Next, let's look at your negative self-image, or who you're afraid you are. If someone calls you a name and you don't identify with it, there is rarely an emotional charge attached. If something upsets us, it's usually because at some level we believe it might be true. For example, if someone calls you ugly or stupid and it gives you an emotional charge, you may consciously or unconsciously believe this to be true. Take an honest look at yourself. Any negative traits you identify are not really yours. They belong to your negative self-image and were programmed into you when you were just a child. By identifying them honestly, you can let them go. Your authentic self, or who you truly are. By identifying the traits and characteristics of three selves, you are freeing yourself up to live more and more from the heart of who you really are. Your powerful, loving, unstoppable, authentic self, who you really feel good to be. So I'd like you to ask yourself the following questions. Who are you when no one's watching? If you felt totally safe, what would you do differently? And who would you be if you lived beyond fear? So would you like to reprogram your self-image? Because it can be done. Sometimes just saying affirmations and doing work at the conscious level doesn't always work. The fact is that your body responds far more readily to the vivid use of imagination than to a simple command. If you'd like to know how to reprogram yourself in just minutes a day, contact me for a free 20-minute session where I will walk you through the process. With small shifts, you can create big results. Wishing everyone a wonderful day. Happy International Women's Day to all the women out there and the girls out there. And we'll be seeing you soon. Bye for now.